Hello, magical gangsters. Welcome to another edition of Gangstar Magician Tarot. I'll be your host, Gangstar Magician himself. And you must understand, everybody in the club gets saged, brother. You must understand that. You must. All right. I'm gonna roll with that. It's gonna be my gimmick for a little bit now. My little opening thing. All right. So just go with it. Okay. All right. I got this big artillery here, brother. This is a manifestation piece here. Okay, blue lace agate. How about it, brother? It's something nice. It's a nice piece you got there. All right, so just know we're living it up in the crystal world. Okay, we know what we're doing here. All right, we use those to our advantage. They try to make it like crystals are, crazy. You're crazy if you about that. You got to get with God. You have to listen to God. We do listen to God, right, God? Right? Yes, he said, yes, he loves us. He said, we're the best. He said he loves the 8th House crew. And he also said, you know who else loves the 8th House crew? Really loves them? My co-host, of course, Archangel Michael, brother. The one, the only, baddest man in the 5D, okay? Can't nobody fuck with him. Nobody. All right, and he's on our squad. Okay, so who do you think is going to win the battle when we have Death, Archangel Michael, and Karma? Okay, don't forget about that. Just do not forget about Karma. They're coming. They like to show up out of nowhere too. They just pop in. They say, "Whoa, what's up, brother? You remember me? Remember what you did? We did it. We know what you did." Because remember, you are walking Karma, and that is why you're going to get your wish granted of that 2 of Cups. Because that's all you care about is the 2 of Cups. At the end of the day, you know the abundance comes with that. You already know it. You don't have to worry about nothing. It's nothing to worry about. You're a me guy. Alright, you're part of the 8th House crew. Okay, and that is why I open my heart chakra to you. And all unconditional love. And I welcome it in all of it. Because I love it. I love it. I love to give it. I love to get it. It's a good feeling. Trust me when I tell you. And people need to experience it more. Okay, these demons, they know they can't experience it. So they try to prevent us divine beings from experiencing it. Okay, they succeeded. Temporarily, that is. So, okay. Now they just made it. Now we're going to appreciate it just that much more, is what God tells me. He says, maybe you'll appreciate it now. Okay, sometimes it's like you have to go through it to appreciate it. Okay, and that is why Death is here again. Because he says, I'm here, brother. I'm walking around with the horse and my flag, looking at everybody. They're all putting their heads down. They all act like they're not doing nothing. That's what he tells me. He's just walking around with the horse around town for the community. It has a flag with your face on it. It's pretty funny, actually. Because you know why he's doing that? Because 6 of Swords, you're leaving that behind. You don't have to worry about none of this. This is none of your concern, okay? What people say or think about you is none of your business. Doesn't matter what they say. It only matters what you think, okay? And what you think is that 6 of Cups, you're all about unconditional love. Like you said, it's all about the love with you. You don't care about anything else. You're not here to, be anything you're not, okay? You're not here to be some fake-ass devil, put a mask on, okay? You're being who you want to be, okay? That's why your people don't like you, because you don't adapt to what they want. Okay, you do not conform, all right? Because 7 of Pentacles, you had a long-term view. You worked hard. You were never going to let anybody take you down. That is for certain. Nobody was ever going to take you down. And with this Page of Swords, with this new ways of communicating that you found, and this thirst for knowledge, and this long-term view, having Death on your squad, knowing all about unconditional love, that really helped you, okay? 2 of Pentacles, and that's why you're able to adapt to any and all situations, and you become very flexible in any type of situation presented to you. So yes, you are something else. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And I love you too. I really do. Good peoples. It's a shame though, because a lot of us are just, misunderstood at the end of the day. But people see it. The right people will see it. All right, we have some serious people. We have some serious people out there that hate us. It's all right, though, because these King of Swords and reverse characters, the end is near for them. Okay, they're really, really coming unglued now. They're trying everything to appear like they're good, like a good person, like they're the type of person who's like walking up to like handicapped children and saying that God's with you, blah, blah, blah. Like, stuff like that. It's like, it's so blatant, it's so like, it's such a show that it's like people are like, oh wow, and they're like intoxicated oftentimes while they're doing this. So these people are fucked up. Like, they don't even know what they're doing right now. All right, this never happened to them before. All right, and this is what's happening. It's happening to a lot of these people that have been doing this for 20, 30, 40 years, getting away with this shit. Not anymore, they're not. Not anymore. You're a gangstar magician. You're a magical gangstar. And they never came up against anyone like you. No, they haven't. Now, that's why you're here. All right, so God, can we get an overall energy here of the Divine Feminine Collective? Please and thank you. Okay, so we have a 5 of Cups in reverse here. So it says something about moving on, finding peace, acceptance, self-forgiveness. Okay, so 5 of Cups in reverse is usually a classic DM card. Because you're oftentimes, I feel, past this, okay? Or it could be. You could just be moving on, finding peace. You're not in the mood for this nonsense. Okay, that's fine. That's fair enough. Some are a little more farther ahead. Maybe some are already forgave themselves, or already over it. But we all have to go through the same process. Doesn't matter where you're at. You remember, we're all on different timelines right now. Okay, and that's why this 2 of Swords is here, because people are trying to avoid you getting to the bottom of this. Okay, they're trying to keep this cycle going. All right, they're trying to force difficult decisions, but there's no difficult decisions. Okay, because you made it very, very obvious who the choice is here, and that is you. And everybody knows it. And if they don't pick, it's no big deal. You're getting everything you ever wanted anyway. Okay. And those people, they're just going to be sitting there wishing they could have came, okay, but wishing they had the guts to stand up, okay, because Chariot in reverse, because they want to oppose you, they want to slow you down. But now, whoever this is has lack of direction, lack of control, coming off very aggressive and arrogant. This is somebody who's being seen as somebody who was trying to blatantly stop you, okay, so now they're coming off like, if somebody says, like, defends you or something, this person gets very angry about it. They're like, oh, what do you mean, man? So it's like, they just say stuff about you that's not true, that's so blatant that this person's real, and then they see you, and they're like, wow, look at this Queen of Cups, such a nice person. They brought eyes on you by saying you were something that you weren't, okay? And now you're being seen that not being like that, and they're being seen as the person who is what they said you are. So isn't it ironic? They manifested this for you. Okay, they manifested this with these illusions they created. Okay, they thought these illusions were going to end up affecting you. No, you transmuted them and shattered them. And returned whatever this negative energy was back to them. Okay, you clear your energy out on a daily basis. Okay, you're protected spiritually. You have crystal protection. I mean, just keep doing what you're doing. You're going to be fine. There's so many things out there to protect yourself. So many ways to protect yourself. So none of us have any excuses as to, why we can't combat this, okay? Yes, we know it's happening, but we also know that stuff like this, crystals, praying, being healthy, like just doing the right things will beat this. I mean, it's that simple at the end of the day. I mean, it is, I know it's not that simple, but it's difficult to get there, okay? Because oftentimes you have this Ace of Cups in reverse here. Now there's an emotional loss, okay? Somebody's creativity is blocked. Somebody's feeling very empty. It says they have this lack of direction, too. Lack of control. So this is just a person who's just spiritually bankrupt, okay? But then you also have this 5 of Cups in reverse where it says moving on, finding peace. So perhaps maybe this is somebody who was like that, is feeling, something's going on. We got to get more information. I mean, there's not really enough here, but just know you do have your 2 of Cups, okay? So at the end of the day, no matter what these people tried to block or, do, you're still going to get that 2 of Cups, no matter what, because that's your wish come true. You've done everything right. You have to get everything. You have to get what you deserve, okay? What is meant for you will always find you. They're not going to keep this away from you, all right? You have to believe. Just keep believing in yourself. Keep believing. What is meant for you will always find you. What you want wants you more, okay? Trust me when I tell you. Yes, you must understand. Okay, because remember, I just said you are going to get your wish come true. Nine of Cups, okay? You are going to get this because you do the right thing, okay? You are viewed as a wish come true because of that, too. You're somebody that can be trusted. You're not corruptible. You're uncorruptible. I mean, there's nobody can come around and say you're this, that, and the other thing because they can't, it won't stick. You won't allow yourself. You won't allow yourself to be, villainized, okay? Because they could do everything they want, but at the end of the day, your actions speak the most loud. And who sees all this? This King of Cups, of course. Okay, because they're the ones who really, this is your counterpart, okay? This is their original form. Just like you're a Queen of Cups, this is their default. They'll always return back to this, okay? So just know you're a sucker for this energy. I'm not saying it could come from anywhere. This is energy, really, you just like this energy, okay? And that's nothing wrong with that because they like a Queen of Cups too, okay? But you also like different parts of them. Like as the King of Pentacles, they love you as a Queen of Wands, of course. They also love you as a Queen of Pentacles. They do not love you as a Queen of Swords, though. That's for sure. But don't worry about it. You need to be that way with these people sometimes, because then they'll take advantage of you. You have to be that way. They only don't like the Queen of Swords because the Queen of Swords won't let them by. Nobody likes the bouncer, right, Archangel Michael? He said, absolutely. Nobody likes the bouncer because we crack heads. He said, he goes open hands. We tell him to beat it. Get out of here, he says. You're not welcome. You're not on the list, he says. He says, you're a Knight of Swords in reverse. You're reckless, you're a burnout. We don't want nobody unfocused, impulsive people around here. You're very unpredictable. Perhaps these people had a disregard for consequences. Obviously, they did if they're lacking direction, because if they're coming off out of control, of course they're going to be reckless, unpredictable, have a disregard for consequences. All right, somebody's finding peace, and then there's a wish come true here. But there's emotional loss with this Ace of Cups. But then here's you, the Queen of Cups, okay? So just know this Queen of Cups is going to get their wish come true because we already seen the Two of Cups, okay? We already seen the King of Cups, and now we see the Queen of Cups. So everybody's showing their face here, okay? We're all reverting back to our old form, okay? This is our default. We're in Queen of Cups now. We're a Queen of Cups. Very loving right now. We're very nurturing, okay? That's what we do. That's what we return to. That's who you are. Okay, and they try to exploit that. They try to take advantage of that. They try to make fun of that. No, that's just the way you're supposed to be. That's just the way you are. It's a good fucking thing. Okay, Six of Cups in reverse. Because these people, they don't understand love. Six of Cups in reverse. They don't understand it. They don't understand unconditional love like you. That's why they're coming off Knight of Swords in reverse, reckless, with no direction, unpredictable, Chariot in reverse, out of control. And they have an Ace of Cups in reverse here because they don't know what love is like you. Love is the most powerful thing in the world. It's the only thing that matters at the end of the day. It's the only thing that's real. Everything else is illusion. It's hard to explain that, but it's true. It really is. You know why? Because we're a magician. We're a gangstar magician, just like you're a magical gangstar. Okay, so we make things happen. You have to understand, you're a magician. You can manifest stuff. You're a master manifester. You're able to do these things. So when you focus and do what you need to do, your whole life's going to change for you, okay? You just have to believe. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe. There's nothing to fear. Fear is what holds everybody back. That's why they say there's nothing to fear but fear itself. That's what they say, right? Franklin D. Roosevelt told us. Good man. The only president who had 4 straight elections. It's quite impressive. They had to change the rule because of him. Very, very smart, I believe. Okay, back to this regularly scheduled program. Okay, because remember, you are not only a Nine of Cups, I would say this, but you also are a Nine of Pentacles. You are almost there. You don't need anybody, okay? And that is what this, really, this King of Cups wish come true, this King of Pentacles wish come true was a Nine of Pentacles person. They wanted a Queen of Pentacles who didn't need anybody, that was an equal to them. Okay, that they didn't have to take care of. Okay, they see the way they presented it was that you were somebody who needed to be taken care of because perhaps maybe you didn't have the same finances, or you didn't come from the same social background, or you're in the same, financial bracket, whatever. But at the end of the day, you were emotionally perfect for each other. Okay, and these people knew this, and there was a lot of demons that seen that, and they really scrambled to put an end to this. What they did was so ridiculous that it made you into this Queen of Swords. Okay, and this is what eventually made you into an Empress. So yes, like I said, they don't like this Queen of Swords, but it's imperative to protect the Queen of Cups. Because people will manipulate the Queen of Cups without the Queen of Swords. Okay, so this is what, it's like our filter. They're like, gets rid of the whatever the virus is. They try to attack. We don't even know. It's like they try to attack the computer system, and they just Queen of Swords. No, 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 get out of here. Yeah, we don't want you here. Nobody wants you here. So that's why nobody likes the Queen of Swords. But we love them. We owe it all to the Queen of Swords. We love the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is our favorite. We'll always remember them, and they'll always have a soft spot for them because they're always going to be there, but they only come when they're needed. Okay, because Four of Cups, because you reject whatever nonsense this is. You're not going to play these games, these reckless games, whatever these bullshit reindeer games are. Okay, these people, they could go play their own reindeer games. You don't care about these reindeer games. Okay, because you are already making friends on the land of the misfit toys. Okay, whatever. You don't want us to play in the reindeer games? No problem. We're gonna go on our way. We got a fucking little elf here who wants to be a dentist. And we're going to go find a new island, okay? We're going to have a whole new adventure, okay? And then you'll come find us and you'll say, whoa, come on back. We really need you now. Now we need you. But you wanted to make fun of us before. Now you need us now. That's what's going to happen. So basically, you are going to be Rudolph, okay? You are Rudolph, okay? They tried to, try to make fun of you, really. They really were really no good, these people. I told you should be ashamed of yourself. But, okay, no problem. Because we see through that betrayal. We knew what they were doing. Instead of, helping or encouraging because you were different, they wanted to beat down on you. They wanted to make fun of you. They wanted to make you feel worse. They wanted to make you really feel like you were nothing. They didn't want you to have any confidence. They didn't want you to have any love. They didn't want you to have any friendship. They didn't want you to have any career. They want you to have nothing. And these people present themselves like they're good people. Like they're church leaders. But all they are Seven of Swords. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's almost over. It's a 9-year. Watch what happens. One by one, they will all go down. Watch. You just see it. You'll see it. Just one by one. They know it. That's why they're scrambling. They're going to be popping out of the woodwork soon. You'll see. Wait till December. Because Page of Swords, just new ways of communicating you have, they're unheard of, okay? People that never seen you coming back and communicating like this. They never seen you figuring out this thirst for knowledge. They never seen you learning stuff about stuff that, that they thought that you would never learn about. They thought that they blocked your brain from ever believing in any of this stuff. But they were most mistaken, okay? Because they were the ones doing all the spell work, okay, in the background, trying to manipulate your subconscious mind because they knew you were a master manifester. So basically, they were taking your energy and using your energy to build whatever nonsensical stuff they were doing, okay, which is nothing at the end of the day. And now you're taking your energy back, puts them in this 9 of Swords. So they're very anxious and depressed now because they don't have that. They were addicted to it. They had it for quite a bit. You didn't know. Okay, but this is all designed to be this way because you weren't going to know right off the bat. Nobody's going to know. You grew up probably around these people. They probably, been doing this to you, using you as a battery since you were a kid. They probably always were jealous of you. They probably hated you because you were better than their kids. There's a lot of shit here. There's a lot of crazy stuff, but at the end of the day, it was all supposed to happen. Every last thing of it was supposed to happen. Why was it supposed to happen? Because it was all designed to get you to where you are now. You would never be where you are now. You would never know how strong you are if these people didn't do what they did. So that's why we thank you. We thank them. Thank you. We forgive you. Be on your way now. Okay? You say you didn't like us, so it's not a big deal if you're not around us then. You said you didn't like us. You said we're nuts. So that's fine. Go be on your way. We'll go over do our thing. We're not looking to fight. But these people, they want to come because they see all the good stuff coming your way. And now they want to come back and they're losing. So it's just, that's where it's going to go. But they're going to stay in that 9 of Swords for a bit. Let them cry it out. Let them have a bad holiday for once. Let them have hell of a holiday like you have in the past, okay? Maybe they could spend the holidays in a cell, okay? Perhaps maybe they would like that, to be in a box. Maybe. Okay, because of this Knight of Wands in reverse energy. Because they have scattered energy. They're coming off frustrated. With this Knight of Swords in reverse energy, they're unpredictable right now. They have a disregard for consequences because 4 of Cups, they're getting rejected. Okay, because whatever they were doing trying to oppose you is being seen, and you are a 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. who Page of Swords has a new ways of communicating and has a thirst for knowledge. And you're very curious, coming off very curious character, they said you are. And you're also moving on, finding peace. All right, forgiving yourself or whatever. I don't know if that's you or not. This could be somebody else. But just know at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because you have this 10 of Cups. You're building your foundation on this 10 of Cups. That is why your secret garden is already blooming. You knew it might have took you longer to get there. You might be behind these people. They might have built something much bigger than yours right now. But most of it was with your energy. But you stayed back and continued to build with this 10 of Cups. Because you knew, you predicted, you had a long-term view. You didn't try to get there right away. You said, all right, I'll take my time. Because once I build it on this, then I know it could never get knocked down. They could get there faster if they want. Because remember, slowly is the fastest way to get to where you want to be. Because then you know that you took care of everything in the most perfect of ways. Nothing is going, whatever is supposed to happen, you go with the flow. No need to force anything. No need. What's meant to happen, it's going to happen. There's no need to worry about it. There's no need to stress. Oh, is this ever going to happen? Yeah, I know it's hard to control your thoughts sometimes, but once you start getting there and start focused, because remember, this is all we're doing right now is manifesting. We're speaking all this into existence, okay? This is what it is. You're just, accepting whatever, claiming the stories. That's perfectly fine, because most of it is, you're not going to find these stories unless it's you. God's not going to let you go watch somebody and then just, you're watching them for no reason. When you find somebody, like, say, like a reader, and then you get, friendly with, you really like them, then there's a reason behind that. You know what I mean? You're sent to God's, because that's your story. Or something similar, okay? Because remember, these people, they want to avoid death. They don't want death, okay? Death was here. He's out there. He's walking around, I told you. He's walking around with the horse and the flag, okay? People are just looking at people. They know that if they fuck around, they're done with, okay? That's why people are trying to be on their best behavior right now, but they're coming off so fake. Like this King of Swords in reverse type people. Like, they're presenting like they're still trying to act like they're going above and beyond to be nice to people, when they're normally not that nice, okay? So you can see that something's going on because they're heartbroken. Somebody's heartbroken because somebody here, 5 of Cups in reverse, is moving on. So that's making somebody heartbroken, headed towards their 9 of Cups, their 9 of Pentacles, which come true. Is rejecting whatever this Knight of Wands reverse energy is, a scattered energy, okay? This coming off unpredictable. Nobody wants to be around unpredictable energy that's heartbroken. They'll do anything. They could do it. They're capable of anything. They are. That's why people don't like to be around those type of people. They take whatever. I get it. They just want to get away from them. All right, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about nothing because the King of Swords is here. And the King of Swords has seen everything. And the King of Swords has seen enough. Okay, he's seen enough. All right, because he's here. But now he's going to go talk to death, okay? He's also going to go talk to this Hierophant, all right? Because they institutionally support you. They know that you're the one, not whoever these people are. They're being rejected, okay? They try to oppose you. They're coming off unpredictable and reckless. That's when the Hierophant, the King of Swords, usually step in, all right? Because they have to step in at that time, because then, some of the innocent people could something happen. The way these people are coming off. These people have kids, they have families. These are like people that are like coaches and everybody's getting exposed. Church leaders, just all these fake frauds are getting exposed. They're all getting rejected. King of Swords and the Hierophant are here for them. Okay, because remember this, you're the star of the show. They tried to say that you were nothing. They tried to say that you were worthless, that this and that. But at the end of the day, they always knew you were the star, okay? They were trying to manifest that you were nothing. They wanted you to absorb that. They wanted you to take that in. They wanted you to believe that. But no, you're too good, you're too beautiful, you're too amazing, and they know this, all right? They know you know this, and they know how powerful they know you are now. They're dumb, brother, because at the end of the day, that star energy is getting you to this 10 of Pentacles. All right, you're going there. You are this 9 of Pentacles. So that means you have an Ace of Pentacles coming here, and you got a King of Swords, okay? Making sure that these people don't avoid death because of your new ways of communicating. Now it's getting people rejected because they try to oppose you, say you were something you're not, but people are clearly seeing that you are exactly who you always said you are, and the people that they said what you were are actually what they said you were. So Ain't that something? And you're the star of the show. It's all revolves around you. So what's going to be the end result here? Okay, we're going to wrap this up. All right, what's going to be the end result? What's going to come of this? Who are we even dealing with before we go into the second cards? We know you're the star, though. We know you have a King of Swords again. All right, we know this. Okay, we know Two of Pentacles, you're able to adapt. Okay, you know you're flexible. That's why you're the star. The stars always can adapt. Stars are always able to adapt, especially when the Five of Wands, especially when there's conflict, competition, rivalry. You're always able to overcome what is thrown your way, because people are going to want to challenge you for that energy, okay? And that's fine. And they're always going to lose now. Perhaps maybe they won in the past, but now they're not, because you have it back and you know how to protect it now. And now they want to come back, okay? But they said they hate you. But now they want to come back because you're the star. They want to be around the star. It's just they show what they are anyway. It doesn't even make a difference. Okay, yeah, come back. We'll keep you at a distance. Like, it's at the end of it. Two of Wands. They didn't plan this far, okay? They didn't see things coming this far. They didn't see it. So now that a lot of people are trying to back out of this, okay? They see that they're getting rejected, that this wasn't a wish come true, okay? That's Six of Pentacles, that you are receiving a generous offer. That's why you're the star. Of course the star energy is going to receive a generous offer. Of course they are. So it's like there's nothing they could do anymore. I mean, you're a Nine of Pentacles star who don't need anybody. Okay? You're perfectly fine. And there's nothing anybody could do that's going to tell you otherwise. They can't gaslight you any longer. All right? So what's going to happen with the star? All right? As a star, what are they going to get out of this? I mean, this looks like just karmic energy that's kind of just coming unglued here. Okay, so the end is here for whoever came up against this star. That's all it comes down to. The end is here. It's the 9 years. It's always going to keep coming up. The end is here for this group here. Okay, whoever came up against you, and for this star. Okay, what's going to happen for them is they're going to get their wish come true with this Nine of Cups, and that wish come true is going to be this Two of Cups. I mean, it's very clear. The Two of Cups is here. Okay, so I said, what's going to happen with this star, and who came up against them? Ten of Swords. Two of Cups. Their Ten of Swords equals your Two of Cups. Ain't that something? Your happiness, your wish come true is the end for them. So this just tells me that this is spiritual warfare. This is all this is. This is all this comes down to. You're just fighting spiritual battles with these people that you won. It doesn't make a difference. They're not even on your level. So can we get a confirmation here? Clarification, please, and thank you. Just know the devil's back, okay, and he's being seen again, all right? And you're being seen as a star. You being seen as a star makes this devil clearly being seen, because this devil was tried very hard to make that you weren't the star. Okay, but now this devil, they can't explain why did they say this? Why were they so hateful? Okay, Knight of Wands. Why were they so hateful against you? Because you know why? Because you're a fearless and confident individual who's driven by ambition and desire and who's not afraid of challenges or risk. And that scares the devil. Okay, the devil needs you to be scared. He knows you're not scared. He knows you were this Knight of Wands energy. You can't beat you then. Can't get you out of it. You're not going to leave that energy. Okay, because also not only are you this Knight of Wands, but you're this Queen of Wands. You're all about the wands. That's why you're holding a wand. Okay, because remember, you're a confident, an independent person who is passionate, determined, who radiates worth and vitality. Not to mention a fearless and confident individual who's driven by their ambition and desire. Sounds about right. Wouldn't you concur? I think you sound about that right. Okay, and I also feel like Seven of Wands that you're in complete control of the situation. Okay, because you're in this Knight of Wands energy. This devil cannot stop you, and you're being seen as a star of the show, and as a Nine of Pentacles, okay, and as a wish come true. So, you know, and also add as a High Priestess. I mean, all these things are can't be argued anymore. Can't be debated. It's not up for debate. Okay, remember that Queen of Wands, they love you in that energy. It's their favorite energy you're in. They love it. That King of Cups loves you in that energy. Just like you love them in that King of Pentacles energy. Ain't that something? But everybody loves what they're supposed to, you know. But it was always supposed to be a King of Cups, Queen of Cups, but look how you guys evolved. You evolved into something else. Never would have known you were this strong, would you? No. But now you do. You know a lot more. You wanted to know things? Now you're going to know things. Guess what God tells me? You wanted to learn from this devil? What you learn, he says now. Did you learn your lesson? Did you learn not to, when I tell you don't touch the apple, don't touch the apple? Did you learn? We'll see. Let's see. Let's see if you learned, okay? Let's see what we're working with here, okay? Because we must get this going, all right? We must get this show on the road. All right, so let's get a confirmation, clarification here, please, and thank you. Okay, so we have this Knight, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So again, this is lack of focus, all right? There's somebody who was trying to steal your work. They're very mediocre. The end is here for them. They're very frustrated, so this would clarify with this Knight of Wands in reverse energy, with this, you know, scattered energy and frustration, with this Knight of Swords in reverse, with this no direction, disregard for consequences, because you're a strength. You have the strength of 10 men and strength of 10 women, okay? You're a very strong star, all right? You bring a lot to the table here, okay? Because you believed in your inner strength. You dealt with your problems in a gentle and firm way, and you didn't let your emotions affect your actions. You deliberately identified things with your intuition, and even if you did that, even if it worked against your desires of your willful ego, okay? So you killed your ego, because you were going to kill your ego before your ego killed you, all right? That's why, another reason why you won. The ego is not involved here with you. You are completely controlled by your soul right now. Okay, and you also have death, your main man, backing you up, okay? They're back, all right? They were trying to avoid death here. Remember, they were trying to avoid death in reverse, but death said, no, I'm back, okay? You're not going to avoid me, all right? Perhaps maybe he rang the doorbell and they didn't answer, but now he comes back. You know, he waited for them. He sat there, now they pulled up, and now he knocked on the door right after they got in the car. They thought nobody was watching. But death said, I'm always watching, because I got the King of Swords here, and the King of Swords sees everything. So the King of Swords and death together, they see everything. And you know what will happen when they see everything? For those people who thought they were outwitting you or out scamming you, they're going to have to go to this Five of Pentacles. The end is here for them. Where else? There's nowhere else to go. Five of Pentacles or back to hell and never be seen or heard from again. Most people will go back to hell and never be seen or heard from again before they have to go to the Five of Pentacles. They won't be able to handle the Five of Pentacles. These are people, big shots they think they were. They can't handle that. Maybe they can. We'll see. Maybe they can heal. Who knows? We're not going to say nothing. We're not even going to hate on people. Just go. Do whatever you got to do. If you can handle the Tower of Terror, then you're perfect. Not only now, okay, this is one that doesn't always come out either. Now you have the King of Wands here, okay? The King of Wands, brother, that is a visionary, an entrepreneurial leader who is passionate and driven and who inspires others with his honor and success, okay? This is your benefactor here. They're out, okay? And you have the King of Swords here who've seen enough, okay? And they don't usually come out, these two together. Usually you're dealing with the King of Pentacles, King of Cups, whatever, up and down. You don't usually deal with, you don't have these both out at the same time, okay? In the same, you know what I mean? You really don't. King of Wands, King of Swords in the upright, okay? So, not to mention you have death here too. And you're the star of the show. I mean, and they're here for you. Ain't that something? All because of that Page of Cups energy you have, okay? Because it's that intuitive messages, they're bringing you creative opportunities. Perhaps you'll find new love in these creative opportunities. But you have this King of Wands. Or not, this is your benefactor. And then you got, so when the King of Swords sees enough, that means the King of Wands has seen enough in the 3D. The King of Swords seen enough in the 5D. Now the King of Wands have seen enough in the 3D. Okay, and now death is here for whoever came up against you. That is a fact. Because remember, you had the strength of 10 men and 10 women. You had to hold out. You had to fight. You had to outlast this. This wasn't like you had a small battle. This is a long fought battle you had. Now it's the end is here for you, okay? Because now the end is here, and I'm going to end it here because you are coming together in this Four of Wands, brother, okay? Because the Four of Wands is a card of celebration, joy, harmony, and relaxation. It represents the happiness and satisfaction that comes from achieving a goal or milestone. And you did that because of your strength, okay? All because of your strength. You needed to have the strength, okay? You needed to have this ability to, you know, find new ways to communicate this Page of Swords. You had to, you know, find, your thirst for knowledge. You had to learn things, okay? You had to, show that you're this Nine of Pentacles, that you didn't need anybody, okay? Because people, they tried to make it like that you needed people, all right? But no, you showed that you were a Nine of Cups, that you're a wish come true, all right? And you have all this to back it up. All right, and you have death backing you. You're part of the 8th house crew. And now we know the 10 swords. The death is here for them, okay? Believe me when I tell you. It's all coming together. It's over. It's the 9 year. Scales have to balance themselves out. So that's all really, it's always going to be the same thing with that. I mean, what else would you want to hear? I mean, really, this is what it is. But you had the King of Wands out with you, and you had the King of Swords out, both in the upright, okay? Both seeing how strong you are, and both seeing you as the star of the show, with Death and the Ten of Swords here, taking care of whoever was trying to avoid them in the first place with this, because your Page of Swords energy was able to get you're finding that new way to communicate, was able to show just how, who you really are, that you're the star of the show. Okay, and that's why this Four of Wands is here. So, guys, I love you so much. I'll see you at 11, all right? See you, bye.